So that leaves us with six cars, so we'll go down to 8 laps. 8 laps in distance. Your SS Graphics B main, top 2 still moving on. And out of 4, we'll turn them loose. Green flag set to fly for SS Graphics B main, and we're racing. Jelsma looks good early on, leads the field in turns 1 and 2. Luke Sadoff now runs in second. Wingy underneath Graves, he's into third. Schenkel off the top of turn number 2, and car number 4 will keep an eye on that. But out front, your top 2 starting to break away. It looks like Jelsma and Sadoff out front. Chikuski takes his car pit side in the 7. Jelsman, Sadoff continue to battle for the top spot. They race about 7 to 10 car lengths ahead of third place runner John Wingy. Remember, top 2 move on, so Wingy's got to try to reel in Jelsma and Sadoff to make it into tonight's main event. Graves and Schenkel towards the tail of the field. Battle for the lead off of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Sadoff has made a move to the inside of Jelsma. They'll battle side by side through turns 3 and 4. Off of turn number 4, it's still Jelsma, but Sadoff is there at the line. Give it to Jelsma. Jelsma still led at the line, but now Sadoff races to his inside in turns 1 and 2, and Luke Sadoff will race down the back straightaway to the lead. Jelsma falls into second. Wingy still in third. Wingy now 9/10 of a second behind Jared Jelsma for the final transfer spot. Wingy's got his sight sets on the 9J. We'll see if he can reel him in and move into position to make tonight's A feature. That's going to be the best battle on the speedway as Sadoff runs away from those 2. It's still Sadoff now. He sees 2 remaining. 2 to go now for Luke Sadoff. 6 down, 2 to go. Jelsma still second. Wingy has problems off of 4. Mechanical issues for Wingy off of 4. He's got a flat right rear tire. Right rear down for the 17J, caution flag. So John Wingy, who was in third, 1 spot to the outside looking into the transfer spots, cuts a right rear tire off of turn number 4. That brings out a caution flag here with just 2 laps remaining in tonight's B main. We'll add $100 from Details here in Rock Rapids and $500 from American Truck Store. So Nate Beinoff, not just $1,500 to win for everybody else, almost double that for Nate Beinoff here tonight. 4 cars, 2 laps remaining. Out of 4, greens out. We're back to racing. Sadoff leads to the inside of turns 1 and 2. Schenkel and Graves battle. Schenkel has that third spot. Can he reel in Jelsma here on the final circuit? Into turn 3 and out of turn number 4, right along the hub of the speedway. White flag flying for Cool Hand Luke as he tries to win tonight's B main. Jelsma, Schenkel, and Graves is your running order at the line. Into turn 3 and out of turn 4 for the final time. SS Graphics B main goes to Luke Sadoff. So Engels, Hess, Ward, Larson, and Chikuski now making the call. Wingy credited with 5th, 4th Chad Graves, 3rd Keith Schenkel. But the 2 cars tagging the tail of tonight's main event for the RepairableVehicles.com Tri-State Late Model feature, Jared Jelsma and winning SS Graphics B main, number 5 Cool Hand Luke Sadoff. Field to get the 1 to go signal this time. Lights are out. Now's your chance to send them off. Rapid Speedway. I know how loud we can get under the covered grandstands. Give them a wave. Give them a cheer. The RepairableVehicles.com Tri-State Late Models. Lights are out, coming to green off of 4. 22 cars looking to win round 1 of the 2023 season here for the RepairableVehicles.com Tri-State Late Models off of 4. Green set to fly, and we're racing. Good start there for Olsen. He moves the field in turns 1 and 2. Slides up in front of Binoff, 3 wide there for second. Here comes Cole Searing through the middle. Cole Searing now into the 2 spot. He wants one more. Looking to the inside of Olsen. Searing looking for his second series win of his career. But Chad Olsen leads lap number 1. Searing second. DeMay and Binoff battle for third. Trevor Anderson rounds out your top 5 on lap number 1. Searing looks to the inside. Olsen holds serve. A pair of 10 cars battle for the top spot as we race into turn number 3. Olsen shuts the door. Binoff and DeMay still battling for that spot, that third spot. Here comes the 51 of Binoff into third and looking for one more to the outside of Searing. He goes, can't quite make the move in 1 and 2. DeMay still 4th, rounding out your top 5 is still Anderson. Nordiff right now runs in 6th ahead of Lane Brennan in 7th. Rest of the field battling behind them. Olsen starting to put some distance between himself and the number 10 of Cole Searing. Single file throughout the top 6 or 7 cars, and after that, man, deep in the field, it is a war for position for a number of cars deep in the field. Searing is catching Olsen once again as we race down the back straightaway. Olsen using the top side to his advantage. The bottom side has been Cole Searing in 1 and 2. Olsen changes lines in 3 and 4, moves to the bottom, slides high off a corner exit. Meanwhile, deeper in the field, you've got a battle for 5th. Here comes Blair Nordiff to the inside of the 20 machine of Trevor Anderson. That's a battle for the top 5 positions. DeMay is catching Binoff as well. Nearly a 2x2 for 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th as they race through turns 3 and 4. Here comes DeMay to the inside of Binoff, side by side for 3rd. DeMay to the inside, Binoff up high. We've got one off the track, way off the track. Looks like he's going to take that back. No, we got a caution flag. Caution flag. Didn't see who it was off the top of turn number 3, but it brings out our first caution flag of the evening. Delaware double file restart coming. Lights are out. We're going to come back to green off of 4. Olsen leads. Searing, Binoff, DeMay, Anderson, and Nordiff your top 5. Green's out. Back to racing. Good restart by Searing. He goes to the inside, tries a slide job. Anderson turns it back underneath, no avail. Searing leads down the backstretch. Cole Searing to the point, and here comes Nate Binoff as well. Binoff looks to the top. Can he get to the runner-up spot? Not this time through turns 3 and 4, but this time you've got a new leader. It's Cole Searing on the restart. Binoff looks to the inside of Olsen, side by side for 2nd, and here comes Anderson around the outside of DeMay as well for 4th. 3-car battle for 4th. As Binoff continues to work on the 10C of Chad Olsen for the runner-up spot. Anderson now into the 4th spot around DeMay. Nordiff looks to the outside as well, trying to make that same run around the 66. We got a little tight off of 2, and DeMay and Anderson both pulled away. DeMay's looking back to the inside of Anderson. He wants that 4th spot back as Cole Searing continues to pull away from 2nd place running Chad Olsen. Still a good battle for 4th, 5th, and 6th between Anderson, DeMay, and Nordiff. And behind them, really good racing as well. Looks like Childress and Charlie Olsen battling for position. Colby Clausen takes his car pit side. He's going to tap out off the backstretch and under turn number 3 will stay green. Searing continues to lead, but we got a caution. Caution, caution, caution. Caution out over the speedway. A limited number of starts with the series for Cole Searing, but twice last season he was able to pick up feature wins, both coming in Huron at the Dakota State Fair Speedway, one in June and then one again in August. His only 2 wins in his career with the series. No previous starts at the Rapid Speedway. Looking to go 1 for 1 here in the Lyon County Fairgrounds. We're back to green. Binoff to the inside of Olsen, making a bid for the 2nd spot. Can't slide up in front. Olsen gets a good run off of 2. Down the back straightaway, back to 2nd, nearly 3 wide for 4th behind them. But Olsen's back into the runner-up spot, trying to reel in Searing. Cole Searing, Chad Olsen, Nate Binoff, Shane DeMay, Trevor Anderson, Blair Nordiff. Those 6 continue to pace the field. Top 3 starting to break it away now from 4th place running Shane DeMay. Cole Searing has already put 2 to 3 car lengths between himself And second place running Chad Olson. We got one off the top of 3, caution flag. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Again off of turn number 3. Looked like it might have been Kyle Jensen spinning to a stop off the banking in turn 3, bringing out another caution flag. Into 3, they'll roll. The 10 setting the pace. Olson goes wide on the green flag. We're back to racing here. Chad Olson with a great restart. Chad Olson with a good start. He goes to the top. Does he have anything for Searing off at 2? Olson gets a big run off the top of turn number 2. About a car length and a half separate them into 3. But Cole Searing strong on the inside at turns 3 and 4. And he'll lead them back to the line halfway in. 13 in, 12 to go here for Cole Searing. Side by side for third. Anderson to the inside of Binoff. Can he complete the pass? We'll go side by side, wheel to wheel, door to door, all the way down the back straightaway for third. Binoff back to the top. Anderson down low. Give it to Trevor Anderson. Not quite yet. Binoff says no. Binoff sneaks around the outside of Trevor Anderson. They got together off of 4. Wow. Tight quarters racing between 2 very fast race cars here at the Rapid Speedway. And Binoff's able to hold off Anderson. Anderson might have some sheet metal damage. We'll keep an eye on the right side of that 20 car. Yeah, he's got a fender up by the tire. I don't know if it's rubbing or not yet, though. He loses the spot to Charlie Olson. Kyle Jensen slows on the inside of the front straightaway. He'll make the left-hand turn into the infield. We'll stay clean. We'll stay green. Top 2 have broken away. Charlie Olson in his first Tri-State late model start. It's up to the 4 spot right now. Look at the young driver from Hendricks, Minnesota go. Nordiff and Anderson continue to battle for 5th and 6th. My goodness, Nordiff threw a slide job, couldn't clear it. Anderson stuck around the outside. Those 2 continue to go at each other. Nordiff back to the bottom. They're both reeling in Charlie. Nordiff has the spot this time. So we've got Searing, Olson, Binoff, Olson, and now Nordiff behind him. Lap traffic looming for the top 2. Chad Olson's about 3 car lengths behind. Loose off a 2 that time, but if he can get into traffic, it might change the game. This time by, we'll have 6 laps remaining for Searing, 6 to go, and John Hosse's in front of your race leader. He pulls down to the bottom, gets out of the racing groove. Searing's able to traverse around the outside of the lap car, and here goes Olson along with him. Meanwhile, battle for 4th behind them. Nordiff's caught Charlie Olson. Charlie Olson, can he hold him off? Nordiff to the inside in turn 3. Thought about the slider, keeps it pinned to the bottom. Does he have enough to hold on to 3rd? Not this time. Charlie Olson back around the outside. 5 to go for the leaders. They'll race down the back straightaway. More lap traffic ahead. It's Jared Jelsma. Jelsma's running through the middle in 3 and 4 into that preferred line. Here comes the battle for the lead. Chad Olson's there. 2 car lengths, now 1 as we cross under the flag stand. Olson through the middle. Searing up top. Jelsma just in front of them. Searing has to get out of the gas for Jelsma. Now he's got a lane to the outside. He's able to put the 9 behind him. But here comes Chad Olson. Oh, Olson tight on the cushion as Searing made the pass on the lap car. Olson got tight on the cushion. That ends the battle for the lead. Lane Brendan around in turn 2. Lane Brendan around in turn 2. Caution flag. Caution flag. Chris Pulsrock and Lane Brendan made contact in turn number 2, bringing out a yellow flag. And I'll wait for the cars to go by because I expect to hear something different here. Who's cheering for Nate Binoff to upset them both and pick up the win? What about the teenager, young Charlie Olson? We're going to find out in 3 laps. We're coming to green, this time off of 4. Searing sets the pace, and we're back to racing. Nordiff right to the inside of Charlie Olson. He moves into 4th. He wants 1 more ahead of Nate Binoff. Can Blair Nordiff go 2 for 1? He does. Nordiff 5th to 3rd on the initial set of turns after the restart. We'll come back to the line here. 23 in the books. 2 to go for Cole Searing. Olson's not been able to close the gap. Blair Nordiff's been on a tear here late in the race. He's into 3rd. Binoff back to 4th. Charlie Olson still rounds out the top 5, but this time he'll look up at the flag stand and see the white flag. Cole Searing 1 more trip around the Lyon County Fairgrounds. Searing down the back straightaway for the final time. Into turn number 3 and out of turn number 4. Cole Searing, in his first time ever at the Rapid Speedway, picks up the win with the RepairableVehicles.com Tri-State Late Models. Chad Olson second, Blair Nordiff third, Nate Vinehoff fourth, and Charlie Olson rounds out the top 5. And we appreciate you all so much. You stuck around through the cold weather here tonight to watch the conclusion of this dramatic RepairableVehicles.com Tri-State Late Model feature. Remember, tomorrow we're at the I-90 Speedway in Hartford, South Dakota. And on Sunday, we'll end our 3-race kickoff weekend down at the Interstate Speedway just north of Sioux City, Iowa. But Cole, man, I tell you what, it took a restart at the midpoint of the race to slide up in front of Chad Olson. Did you know it was going to happen on a restart? It seemed like you guys were pretty close in terms of pace the whole way around.
Yeah, I thought that was my best chance. He's pretty good on that throttle up stuff. I don't much care for it, but it worked. I knew I got a good run down there, and he looked like he bobbled on entry a little bit, so I just pinned it and hope I didn't squeeze him too hard. I don't think I probably did, but we were pretty good. I got a little free at the end, and I guess we'll work on it and go tomorrow.
It seemed like towards the end of the race, traffic really came into play. At one point, it looked like you really had to check up behind the 9 of Jelsma, and I know Chad was right there on you at that point. You know, at that, you know they have an opportunity to come back at you with a slider in 1 and 2 with a yellow, but at the same time, it got you out of traffic. Were you happy to see that yellow with 3 to go?
Yeah, it was fun. I just misjudged that 9 one time. I didn't think I was going to close on him as hard as I did, or I was going to probably slide him or go underneath of him, but I was pretty good at trying to block a slider down here on the start because I knew if he seen me do it to him, he'd probably try to do it to me. So that was all I was worried about, was getting through the first corner after all them restarts, and I knew once I got through there, I was probably all right.
1 race at Rock Rapids, 1 win. Not a bad way to start your career in Iowa, I guess.
Yeah, I've never raced in Iowa. I've never raced at any of these 3 tracks this weekend. We were actually loaded up and we were going to Aberdeen today. And Mike's always pretty friendly to us, messages us all the time, asking if we'd come. And he's just a really good promoter, so I guess we decided to load up and come run his stuff this weekend. And it was good. We got a pretty good ratio at winning at tracks we have never been at, so that's pretty exciting. But had a little mishap a couple weeks ago in Fergus Falls, kind of tore the car up, so we're glad to see it's back in shape.
There we go. We'll see you tomorrow. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
There we go. Cole Searing, again, his 3rd career RepairableVehicles.com Tri-State Late Model feature win, his first here at the Rapid Speedway.